Archer drove them over to West Hollywood and valeted the Delahaye. The slender uniformed man who took the key and gave him a ticket in return scratched his head when he saw the positioning of the steering wheel. "I can park it myself," Archer said off this look. "Only questions are, how much do I charge, and are you a good tipper?"
"Ain't a problem, sir. Mr. Cary Grant's got him a right-hand drive rolls. Jimmy over there knows how to handle the thing."
"Good for over there, Jimmy. Now, except for the bullet hole on the windscreen post, there's not a scratch on her now. And you'll make sure there won't be another scratch when I get her back, right?"
"Bullet hole?"
the man said, his jaw going slack. "Just a misunderstanding. But not another scratch. Capiche?"
"You're the boss."
Archer passed him $1 to seal the deal. They walked in under the long awning to find the place in full swing. A lot of the big stars had their own booths here, and many of them had turned out in the tuxedoed and gowned flesh to welcome in 1953 with steak and asparagus dripping with hollandaise sauce, coconut cream pie, and the best cocktails on Beverly Boulevard. When they got inside, he watched as Callahan looked around at all the legendary stars partying there. Her manner at first became subdued, as though she was as overwhelmed by this as any out-of-towner would have been. But then her expression changed to one of sheer excitement to be in their company.
"Don't look now, but oh my gosh, there's Frank Sinatra and Groucho Marx,"
whispered Callahan. Archer eyed those two gents and their substantial entourages, along with Bob Hope, Milton Berle, and James Cagney, all in various states of sobriety. In a back booth surrounded by male admirers was the woman who was just beginning to take the town by storm. Archer thought if there was a lady to give Callahan a run for her money in the come-hither department, it was Marilyn Monroe. An old-looking Clark Gable, outfitted in a tailored sharkskin suit and loosened burgundy tie, was downing shots at the bar like a man who'd been thirsty his whole life. Word was he'd never recovered from his wife Carol Lombard's going down in that plane a decade before. They were escorted to a table by a guy in a striped linen suit that was far nicer than Archer's, with a fresh gardenia in his buttonhole, expensive shoes on his wide feet, and a quarter-size rock on his finger. Archer had always heard the tips at Chasen's were the best in town. He was very happy that Callahan had insisted on paying. They sat and had their menus delivered by a gal in a tight blue skirt with a yellow rose pinned to her white blouse. They ordered drinks from her, a whiskey highball for Archer and a sidecar for Callahan. While they waited for their cocktails, Callahan looked around.
"I still can't believe I'm part of this world, Archer."
"Don't you come here for dinner all the time?" he said, smiling.
"I'm just a working girl. In fact, I've only been to Chasen's with you, mister."
A few moments after their drinks came and they tapped glasses, a voice called out,
"Elsie, is that you? Is that really you?"
Archer looked up to see a slip of a woman around 40, all sharp angles and energetic intensity, and with straight black hair, approach their table. Through tortoiseshell specks, her green eyes looked like round frog's eggs. Her skin seemed like it had never finished forming, leaving bare the bony emotional edges underneath. Archer figured if she was an actress, that would be one nifty element for the camera to capture.